Hey everybody, what's going on? ShabbyDoo here, and today I thought we'd take a look at the new content update that just came out so we can talk about it and look into all the different great changes or maybe bad changes that they're doing here. So first of all, they're talking about how it's just another great week and everything. They've added some optimizations, make servers more stable, and added 3 new missions and hardcore mission variants, which is a really cool idea. The only thing I don't understand about them is I took a quick look at them with my buddy at the end of the stream we did on Friday, and it's that there's really no benefit to doing a hardcore mission other than a hardcore flex. There is a 33% increase to experience, so you could go into the world and use it to level up more quickly without even doing the mission. You can completely ignore the mission. You can go around, kill wolves, bears, get that 33% bonus XP, or go and cut trees and get leveling even faster. So that's one way to utilize the world, in my opinion. More research necessary, but otherwise the research points are the same and everything else is just harder. So besides that 33% boost in XP, I don't see the point other than, making a flex on it. So they've been blown away by the screenshots, people streaming, loving it, etc. This is a kind of a view right here of the prospect selection. So hardcore missions have this red outline, say hardcore, and now there's even hard ones that'll say like hard and they have less time. So many people ask for more clarity with the varying difficulty of prospects. Yes, thank you. Your difficulty ratings, gonna say it, were dog water. They meant nothing, they were useless, and your level requirements of everything being 0 were asinine. And since then, we've added new hardcore versions. We wanted to make sure everyone knew what we were getting into. It's now easier to see the difficulty rating, and this also shows any additional bonuses and rewards you get for taking extra risks, such as bonus XP. That's the only bonus you get. That's the only reward you get for taking extra risks. I believe it was 10% for hard and 33% for hardcore. Again, not that worth it, so whatever. But the difficulty thing is really good. So you can kind of see here, now it's a 1 to 4 scale of skulls, and they've color coded the skulls as well. So level 1 will be a white skull. Level 2 is this greenish color skull. And level 3 is the yellow skull. And level 4, which is our hardcore missions with orange skulls. So it's also visually adaptive as well, which is nice. So we've got some 3 new missions, spirit level survey. Not going to go into them. Obviously, just go check them out. These are all like end tier missions. So, going to be in the canyons. The next one's going to be bio research. In the desert there, which is nice. Stockpile, great. I don't like the stockpile missions. I'm doing one right now. I hope it got reworked in the patch, but it's awful. You'll see that come out on Sunday. It is the worst stockpile mission I've ever seen in my life. It requires so much ingots and you have to get to the drop pods. Not about this video. So remove from prospects button. Since release, we've had the temporary debug, and now they make it available to join a new one. At one point, we disabled the function due to the abuse and some server instability issues, but it's now back. It's especially useful if your character gets stuck on the prospect. That's the whole point of it. A huge thank you to the community members who have reported instances of this happening. So that's great. Graphic settings. It's a good thing they're doing some graphics optimizations. I've heard from a lot of people with some like even mid-tier PCs, which should run all games just at lower settings. We're even having troubles running this. So they experiment and customize the LOD. Bias setting gives you more control over detail versus performance speed with a lower value, giving higher detail but lower performance, which is great. You should be using that. The shadow filter method can help if you see grainy shadows, whatever. Turn off your shadows. I'm telling you that right now. That's the quick, dirty, and easy. Turn off your shadows. If you need a graphics video optimization video, leave me a comment down below. I'll show you all the graphics I'm using and why, because it makes it so you can see in caves at all times, except when it's actually dark outside, then you can't see in the cave. So, but they've got a lot of other patch issues here that they did go through, which is really notable and really good to go through. We definitely want to see these things. They fixed an issue where drop completion notification window would sometimes not be closed. Very awful. Naturally preserved talent not working, whatever. Fixed away spoil rates are calculated and displayed. Again, probably just a small minor thing that we're not going to see on the surface that well, unless maybe they fix the prime meat stuff where it has such a fast decay that it's really useless. Fixed hardcore forest survey rewards being the same as the non-hardcore version. All right. So it is the same. It's just 33% experience boost. That's all you've done. Whatever. Fix existing hardcore desert missions now have the same balance changes that the new hardcore missions have. Okay. Fix workshop armor pieces are no longer destroyed when they reach 0. You still have to take them back to the station to repair, though. That's great. Yep. So then at the version they added the 3 new missions, added hardcore variants, which is cool. It's a good flex. with extra stats for both rewards and difficulty. There's no, I got to double check, but I looked at them. There's no bonus rewards. It's just XP. It's just a 33% boost to XP with hardcore. The actual research point rewards were the same. So unless you can get more points per exotic you bring, there's no bonus rewards, at least visually. Wouldn't surprise me if they didn't fix the visual LOD or the GUI of it to show that it actually has an increased reward. But as far as the UI is concerned, it does not. So added extra information in the prospect detail, include modifiers applied to that prospect, extra XP difficulty. Perfect. That's actually really great. It's a definitely great quality of life fix. LOD bias setting. Yep. More about that. Added shadow filters. Added new bait functionality to some extermination missions. New bait functionality. Well, odd. I don't know how that goes. We haven't done all the extermination missions. As a soloist, some of these missions take a long time. I think I've been in this one for like 10 hours. Adding a short delay to the grace period resolution when a player exits their dropship state to make sure no falling damage is applied on the frame that it occurs. That's interesting. How about not spawning on biohazardous waste and getting a poison debuff and dying as you land your ship? That happened to me. Improved visuals of prospect select screen. Yes, they definitely improved the visuals of it. It looks really good. I actually enjoy the aesthetic now. It looks really nice. Added variation to highlight special exotic drops. Yes, your deep vein exotic drop in the tundra is now purple, and it even states there for everyone. So now there's pure clarity. It states once you complete the mission, it will unlock exotic or deposits in all future missions. Same thing for the one where you have to use the biofuel extractor. It states the same thing. So it's finally nice, cut and clear. Really nice. Increased wolf spawns on harder difficulties on killless extermination mission. Made the transmitter reset when destroyed on a hard survey mission. Okay. Rebound. I didn't realize that. I've never had them destroyed, so I didn't realize it didn't reset the time. But increased wolf spawns. Whew, man. That mission's hard. That is a hard mission, and it was called easy before, so I'm glad they gave it a proper level adjustment here. Rebalance drop timers and difficulties for several prospects. They did. The one I'm doing is a stockpile one. The original time was like 30 days, and it's now 5.5 hours. So I like that though. That's how these missions should be played. They shouldn't be like go in and spend 15 days jerking around and then go and do the mission. If that's how you like to play, so be it. Do it on something else. It's not the intent of a mission-based game. At least that mission base, you know what I mean? Let's see. Fix several instances of bugs causing players to arrive injured or dead onto a prospect. Yep, happened to me. Fix issue with mission markers disappearing on Uplift bio research mission. Yep, that's fine though. I mean, you can Google them if it happens to you, so just remember that. Fix issue with the respawn drop pod not applying a safety grace period when activated. Didn't happen to me, but fix split mail notification layout issues. Right panel should collapse if there are no items or rewards. Ooh, man, what a hard bug to get used to there. If that happened to you, I'm so sorry. Fixed issues where extractor could block some of the camera view in first person. Yeah, that was annoying. Fixed issue with where respawn pods could be interacted with. Okay. Fixed issues where some supporter pack owners, depending on when they purchased it, could not access the exclusive 2 additional outposts. Again, terrible content right there. Like, I don't understand why you don't have an option to play your entire game at any given time, but you make it extra purchasable content to have a creative mode in different biomes. Never mind all the biomes at one time and just explore the world, but specific biomes. So, improved players will now more reliably be informed on mission completion upon return to the station. It's true that wasn't very good before. Changed MXC campfire to no longer be extinguished by rain. It makes sense because there's like a pot over the top of it, so truthfully, it really shouldn't be extinguished by rain unless it's like really heavy rain coming from the side, because it is protected. An ability to change cosmetic character creation options whenever in the station. Cool. Maybe put some further cosmetic characterization creation in there because it's awful. You can't do much, and all the colors are within like the same spectrum, so they all really look the same. Improved performance of creature fur. Great. How about improving when you die sometimes with a fur helmet on, that then when you re-pick up your stuff and start moving, it blocks your entire vision, so you have to re-equip it. Improve some dependencies between parts of the game to reduce memory usage. That's really good. Maybe you should also fix your optimization on your mini map. Not your mini map, your big map. Remove some prototype feature to improve or reduce memory use. Yep, fixed issues with cave ore regions that meant gold balance changes from last update were not correctly applied. Okay. Yeah, there's a big issue about like gold not being abundant enough. Improve some dependencies between parts of the game. Oh, whoops, going down. So fixed talents, fresh is best, silent blade, and green thumb, which were not working as intended. I'm not sure about the fresh. I think green thumb is maybe props don't expire. Maybe that's fresh is best. I don't know. I don't have that path. We're a solo character. We can't afford those points there. It's all about the bow, baby. Fixed issue with like it with the lights off and night owl talents that were not working correctly based on the time of day. Shocking. Weird talents to take off to. Who's doing shit at nighttime, really? Fixed issue where it could snow inside buildings, leading to snow buildup. That's funny. Fixed issue where items could be duplicated in a multiplayer game. Not funny. Good fix there. Fixed games like this, especially, like, you gotta not have duping. Come on now. Where's the fun in that? Fixed issue where some UI elements could remain visible even after the items they were relating to were destroyed. Sure, happens everywhere. Mirage bugs. Fix some instances of issues causing players to arrive dead on planet. Supporter edition stuff where the additional arrows granted by twice the fund were possible to pick up. Yeah, that's happened. Clients in multiplayer games sometimes be left unable to harvest or otherwise interact with objects in the world. Yeah, I had that happen with the biofauna one when I was doing a co-op with that. Kill cam not working as intended, where the spray modifier was causing errors. Suture kit not having the correct icon. I mean, it did have the correct icon, but I think you just changed it because it didn't make sense. Suture kit not being displayed correctly in the world. Deep vein extraction where some players would not be able to complete the final step. Yeah, the final step is you need to put the ores on the drop pod, but what would happen was you would put them in and then hit leave. The game didn't register that you put it in there because you had to put them in, close the UI, and then the mission registered, and then you could go back into the drop pod and then leave. Really stupid, honestly. Fixed building pieces improved by talents will now retain their improved status once reloaded or once deconstructed. Yep. That's an issue. Fixed an issue with shifting resources to your drop ship using the control click shortcut could not complete the objective. Yep. Fixed issue recently. Back end work of character loss at cosmetic. Oh my god, your barely minimal character customizations were lost. Wow, I feel for you people. Put some real customization in the game, then let's talk about these minor issues here. Fixed issue with printed arrows, which would often prevent them from colliding with obstacles. That sounds nice. I'd like to just shoot through trees. Fixed issue with preventing players from using comet coal once on the planet. Players can purchase the comet coal set, which will need to be separated using the right click menu before it can be used as a fuel source. That sounds weird. It's just a stack. It's just like a 25 stack of coal. Fixed issue where flint arrows were a valid ammo type for the hunting rifle. That's hilarious right there. I wish I saw that. Using flint arrows for hunting rifle. It wouldn't do any damage, like no good damage, but it's just memey. Then fix an issue with the radar display not properly displaying percentage completed when loading back into a mission. That's unfortunate. So a lot of good stuff in this, honestly. The biggest takeaway here is the prospect selection. They actually put in some creativity with their difficulties. It was very overlooked by them, and there's no way they can say they didn't overlook it because all of these missions have much different difficulties than they were originally listed as in there. I mean, for instance, the one I'm doing, what is it? It's called like Hardpoint Stockpile. It was listed as an easy mission for 350 research points. Technically speaking, it's easy, but so is biofuel fauna. No, it's like biofauna or something like that in the forest. That's an easy mission. And you just go and pick flowers. You go to 3 of them, and then you go back to the pod and you go home. Can be done in a day. You can do the whole thing in just a couple in-game hours. Takes no time at all. It's not hard. This one, you have to go mine 300 iron. Or sorry, you have to create 300 iron ingots, 200 copper ingots, 200 ice, 400 oxide, and 100 steel to complete this mission. In a sense, yeah, sure, that's easy. It's incredibly time-consuming. But then what's your basis of difficulty? Time plus difficulty, because in that sense, every mission here is easy, except for kill missions where you have to specifically kill a boss. And other than that, it's easy. So, Yeah, I'm glad they fixed this. The difficulties make sense now. That mission went from easy, so let's say 1 star, to a 3 star, which would be hard instead of hardcore. So that is very accurate now, and I am greatly appreciated about the accuracy of the difficulty, so you know what you're getting into. I know how much nonsense prep I have to put into some things, especially as a solo character, and also what I can bring my friends into and be able to carry them through or something like that too. So really good stuff. Also the hardcore stuff, it's a great flex. It's also going to be a great world to just go and tease some levels out of, honestly. Like that's really what you're going to do with it. It's 33% bonus to XP, so you go and kill wolves, cut down trees, do all that stuff, do some crafting, and you'll get a bunch of XP and level your character up even faster. So that's definitely going to be a way to go. But all right, guys, yeah, this is what we've got here for the content update. It's actually a really good update, in my opinion. A lot of good quality of life fixes and some necessary improvements that need to come as well. The developers continue to do great stuff with the game, and I'm really excited about it. I'm glad that it just didn't pop up and all these nonsense things that we're making fun of them for being an early access game when they're claiming it to be full is all being fixed now. Honestly, should some of these have been fixed beforehand? Yeah. Some of the stuff looks lazy and overlooked, like the prospect selection screen. Like, it was just awful. It made no sense when you have a required level of 0 for every single mission, which is impossible. That you can't get past the first mission without hitting level 1. It's just not possible. You have to be able to build the thatch house, so you need at least 3 points. So you have to gain a level, right? So you physically can't even do it as a requirement level 1. You can start it, but then theoretically you could start any mission at level 0 and then level up to 40 while you're there and get everything you need for a mission. So I'm glad they got rid of that. It just made them look silly. But guys, if you found this helpful, I know for me, I don't like to read these things all the time. I love listening to YouTube videos of just some dude reading them out for me. So if you like this kind of stuff, leave a like down below, leave a comment as well. Let me know what you thought, if you found this useful and something good to just throw it on in the background while you play Icarus yourself. Awesome. And otherwise, guys, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Get back for that sweet shabby content, especially we got a lot of Icarus coming. We got a lot of other great games as well on this channel too that involve either survival crafting, city sim, well, not city sim, but more like kingdom simulations, as well as crafting and specifically. But all right, guys, as usual, this has been ShabbyDoo, and I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.